Spitfire was out for practice by herself, and while she was training some loops, suddenly she heard a voice behind her. "Hey, Spitfire!" She turned and saw it was Rainbow Shadow. Rainbow Shadow was an old friend of hers, but she hadn't seen him in many years. His family moved away from Cloudsdale when they were both 10 years old. The main reason was the fact that his dad had been promoted, but with the promotion, it meant that he had to be relocated to Trottingham. So he did. So ever since then, she hadn't even seen him in many years. "Rainbow Shadow, is that really you?" "Yep, it's me." "Wow, it has been so many years. I haven't even seen you in a while. How have you been?" "Oh, that is pretty much occupied with my own work back home." "So, the captain of the Wonderbolts. Who could even knew that?" "True. I mean, you did knew that I wanted to be a Wonderbolt one day when I was just young." "Yeah, I remember, but you often did mention that you want to be a Wonderbolt. But I even never knew that you would be the captain of the Wonderbolts. That is one thing I never expected you would be." "You didn't expect me to be that, or you didn't think I had what's required?" "It's not like that, Spitfire. It's just, I just didn't know the fact that you were, well, at least looking forward to be the captain. I was just assumed that you just want to be one of those member of the Wonderbolt, but never, trying to apply for to be the captain." Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, well, to be honest though, I never even was planning to be the captain of the Wonderbolts." "You didn't?" "Nope. I just want to be in a Wonderbolt, but fate has different old ways, So, but anyways, what brings you here?" "Oh, um, I'm actually moving back to the Cloudsdale." "Wait, really?" "Yeah, I'm actually moving back there about within a week or so. So, and I was just out flying and saw some pony that looks like an old friend. Wasn't sure if it was you, there was some pony else, but when I saw it was you, I just at least assumed it was you and took the chance to call out your name, and sure enough, it was you." "Well, it's a nice surprise." "Yep, it is. Do you maybe want to go back to Cloudsdale? Maybe, I don't know, grab something to eat? I mean, we have a lot to catch up with." "You know what? Let's do that. I mean, I don't really have any other things to do. I'll just practice some loops and all that." Spitfire said with a smile. So they went back to Cloudsdale. They went to the small diner and they just sat there talking about some old childhood memories. "So, how was it like to move into Trottingham?" "Oh, that was a lot of work to get used to. I mean, just 10 years old, moving from Cloudsdale to a whole different place. That meant new friends, new school, a whole new environment. I felt like an outsider, or something like that, if I'm right." "Yep, you're spot on. But it took me a while to get some new friends, but I never forget my best friend, Spitfire. I wished, and I'm sorry I never wrote any letters to you. It just, it's fine. I was just happy that you were doing okay, even though I was a bit sad that you did move." "Yeah, it was in fact one of the hardest days in my life. I mean, being separated from my best friend of all after so many years, being almost unseparated. Yeah, it's understanding. So, how's that things otherwise being back for you in Trottingham? I mean, as you were growing up?" "Oh, Finished high school. I was working as well, at least I was working as a journalist. Oh, really? Yeah, but it wasn't really much what I thought I would be doing, but it was at least a well-paid job. Well, at least I was happy to hear that you did some good work. How's your parents? Oh, my mom is doing well. My dad passed away a couple of years ago. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, it was an accident, and at least what I told was quickly. It was quick, so that he didn't suffer. Well, that's good thing though. True. So, do you have any special ceremony back in Trondheim? Spitfire said with a smile. No, but I used to. Oh? What happened? I mean, if it's okay if I even ask. Oh, it's fine. You're my old friend, so I trust you. Well, she was, well, it's, it might be a bit hard to believe, but, she, she and we were dating for about 2 years. Until like last year. Oh, yeah. I was considering even marrying her, but after I find out that she was cheating with me with another stallion for about a couple of months. Oh, wow, that must I can't even imagine. No, but I remember the day when I just walked home. We were even living together at the time. Oh goodness, that's even terrible. Tell me about it. When I just walked home from work, came home to see him on the couch, just sitting there kissing. She was surprised to see me at home so early. I sometimes even work very late, like past midnight or something. But that day, I was able to go home a little bit earlier. So I just caught him. And the stallion that she was cheating with, well, it was an old friend. So funny that she and I even went to the same school with. That even a lot worse than this. Yeah, tell me about it. It just... I felt so angry. I yelled, and I told them both to just leave the apartment. Did they do? Well, yeah, since the apartment were in fact in my name, so not hers. So, even though my friends, like, why should she had to leave? This is her place. You had to leave. But I told them both that the apartment was in my name, not in hers. So I have the legal right to kick them out at any time. So I even had the landlord to change the key so that she would even get inside just in case if she kept her spare key. Wow. Yeah. And another thing is, she really had the audacity to start spreading rumors to other old friends from school that I was the one causing the cheating or or that we weren't even together anymore, and that I came home and that I was the one kicking him out from an apartment that she was in the name of, and I was the one that was wrong. But did anybody believe her? Not at all. Many opponents didn't even, none of her friends even believe her. I had told them, I mean, many of them did knew for the fact that the apartment was already, it was in my name, not in hers. And that, well, she did have a kind of strange behavior when they start seeing each other. And it was then also a few of my friends did came forward with testimony that they saw them together on the walk in the street, and but they didn't even assume they believed that they were just friends, spent time. Exactly. But when they heard about the cheating, when they realized they were cheating even in public like that. They didn't even care if they would even been caught. Wow. I mean, that's horrible. Yeah. So I decided to just live there in my apartment for a while later, and decided to just I couldn't be there anymore. So I decided to just move back home, hopefully to find some place that I could stay, and perhaps to find a new work, any work that I can be. And there was even another reason. Oh, I was hoping to find what the pony that I was had his big feelings for back when I was before I moved. Oh, have you found her? Yeah, I did. And have you told her? No, I haven't. Rainbow Shadow. Why not? It's because that pawn is you, Spitfire. Me? Yeah. You're the one that I had a crush on. And I really wanted just to tell you that. Before she could even answer, Rainbow Shadow stood up, paid his part of the portion of the bill, and left the diner. She was stunned. And even though she wanted to find him in Cloudsdale, but he hadn't even actually moved there yet. So he hadn't even lived anywhere. Because the same day he went back to Trondheim. She was really surprised, but she was playing the same sentence over and over in her mind. Even when she went back to the academy, she ran into Soren and was like, Spitfire, is something the matter? Oh, it's fine. It just spit it out. What is it? Oh, it just I ran into an old friend of mine. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't seen him in years since his family moved away many years ago. And it turns out he has a crush on me all this time. Wow, that's so what did you even say? Nothing. Spitfire, that is unlike you. I mean, can you even blame me? I wasn't even aware. And I was taken off back that he even confessed to me like that. And he left before I could even give him an answer. And he's now back in Trondheim for work or anything. That's something though. Yeah, I just hope I can even give him the answer. You will, don't worry, Soren said before leaving. And he was right, because within the next week or so, Rainbow Shadow was now back in Cloudsdale for good. She actually saw him near a small place and they started talking. She told him that if he was willing to give them a chance, she was willing to give them that. And he nodded and said that he was willing to give them a chance at least. So, they start dating. And it didn't take long for Spitfire to really start to develop feelings for Rainbow Shadow. It was then when she realized the day when he left with his family all those years ago, she were in fact attracted to him, or she had a crush on him, but it was like she had forgotten about it. But now she was just remember the feelings. Despite they have known each other for such a long time, but being separated for so many years, she could not have even forgot about it. She never forget her old friend. Even when she introduced her Rainbow Shadow to her mom as her boyfriend, her mom was actually very happy to see that Rainbow and Spitfire was now dating. Couldn't even be more happier. But there were times even that when Rainbow Shadow suddenly left Cloudsdale and went back to Trottingham. The main reason it was because that he wanted to spend a lot more time with his mother, since she was the only family that he had left. Even when she went along with him at least a couple of times to Trottingham, Rainbow Shadow's mother was actually happy that not only that her son and that also that Spitfire was again reconnected their friendship and even start dating. She didn't start pressuring them to get married or even have a family of their own. Even though there were some hints from his mother to Spitfire and Rainbow Shadow that they should perhaps one day consider get married, since they were even getting younger. And after they've been dating for about 4 years, Rainbow Shadow decided he wanted to take the next step in their relationship. So, he did propose to Spitfire when they were having a dinner together at her place, and she said yes immediately. They eventually, only about the next day, informed their old friends, her family, and even went to Trottingham to inform his mom about it. Both sides of family and old friends were really happy. But there was one small thing that happened when Rainbow Shadow went back to Trottingham to spend time with his mother. When he was doing some errands, he suddenly walked into someone that he hadn't even seen in a while. That was his ex-girlfriend. "Rainbow Shadow, how have you been?" "Oh, I've been doing well. Just back in town for a short visit to my mom. So, how have you been?" "Oh, been lonely, and I haven't stopped thinking about us. Before you even ask me to go back with you, there's no way. Because I'm already engaged, and I'm getting married soon with my old childhood friend, Spitfire. So there's no way for you to be able to be back with me. So just saying that. Just forget about me and move on." Then, before she could even answer, he just walked away and didn't even say much about it. That was the last time he even saw his ex. A couple of months later, Spitfire and Rainbow Shadow had their small wedding in Cloudsdale. They just had a good time. They even went to Las Vegas for their honeymoon. There, they just had a great time, just enjoying the rides and all that. Both of them was really happy to be now married when the one they loved the most. And about 2 years later, they announced that they were expecting their first child. And they were having a son. And about 3 more years later, they announced that they were having their second child, a daughter. Both was now happy not only being married, but their childhood love, their true love, and have a family together. Despite what Rainbow Shadow went through back in the past of his ex-girlfriend cheating on him, it didn't even deter him to give up on love. It was then when he realized that he wanted to just simply move on, trying to track down his old childhood friend, Spitfire, confess to her, even though she may not even feel the same, but he was willing to give that much a chance. And even Spitfire, when she was happy to see her old friend again, after all these years, she was happy to be once again reconnected with the soul pony that she hadn't even seen in such a long time. But now, to be happy, married with the one she loved the most. And this is how Rainbow Shadow and Spitfire from the true love got a big family together. The end.